Yeah, man, it's the 25th of June, 2023. And in this video, I'm going to talk about disrupting broadcast. A lot of people are asking all the time, how do you block this stuff? How do you block this broadcast telepathy? Or how do you block these broadcast torture attacks? And realistically, there may be a way to block it, but it's going to be very difficult for us to figure that out without knowing uh, what certain frequencies are, and basically having the neural monitoring itself and controlling your own settings on the online interface that is neural monitoring that's linked to this satellite broadcast system that works from EMF and neurological broadcast frequencies. Okay, I don't want to be too technical because I know a lot of you guys have trouble really understanding a lot of this stuff. And as far as the super technical side of it, nobody really knows unless you have neural monitoring. But one thing that I noticed all the way back to like 2015 was that lasers can disrupt broadcasts. And later on, I didn't know at the time, but later on, I figured out that light in general can disrupt broadcasts. And when I say light in general, like just a bright flashlight. So I have this little bright flashlight. All right, it's pretty bright for a little flashlight. It's very bright. And what I do when they're attacking me is I use the flashlight on myself. And it sounds ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. I try to do it privately, but it does temporarily disrupt their broadcast. And when they're hurting you very badly and you feel like your life is threatened, it can make a big difference. So, for example, um, I'm doing this video now because I just got in the shower. And as I was in the shower, which they do every time I get in the shower, they start physically attacking me with broadcasts very heavily. And it's a time when I'm not occupied with other things. Like I can't be on YouTube. I can't be on the laptop doing school stuff. I can't be on the phone talking to anybody. I can't be listening to music. I'm literally just in the shower. So they take those 10 minutes to try to have a full opportunity to get all of my attention. And with my attention, all they want to do is brag and flaunt about how much they can torture me and talk trash and put broadcasts into my flesh to the point that it makes me feel like I'm going to fall over dead and I want to cry. Okay, a grown man wanted to cry and scared to death that he may just fall over dead any second because of broadcast torture. One of the things that they love to do lately and for a long time really is put broadcast into my neck. So I'm talking about like in my neck around this area, but also up into the corner and into the jaw. So it's like into the jaw and the neck, right where all of that meets together. And it's a very sensitive area and it hurts severely, very bad. And I feel like it's extremely dangerous. I would 100% call it attempted murder. It makes me feel like I'm going to collapse when they do it. And they were just doing that again. And they've been doing that a lot over the last 24 hours. So I'm back on videos again. So one thing I do when they're doing it though, and call it ridiculous if you want to, but what I want you to really do is try it. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm saying go find a really bright flashlight. Small is probably better just to be portable, but find a really bright flashlight and just do like this wherever it hurts. If it hurts very bad right there where they're attacking, just do this. Just do this. Okay. And literally, it will disrupt their broadcast. You will get relief. It might only be for 30 seconds and they just put another broadcast right back there when you stop. And obviously, you can't just do that forever, but it will show you that strong light source or lasers or really bright flashlight, small LED flashlight that's really bright. If you I mean, it's like a light treatment or something. It's ridiculous, but it disrupts their broadcast and it stops them from hurting you temporarily. So you can temporarily disrupt their broadcast. And trust me, when you feel like you're going to die and the pain is excruciating and you just want to cry, it makes a big difference. Why does it disrupt the broadcast? And I'm sure we'll get into the science of it eventually. But right now, I know it does. And if you try it, you'll see that it does, even temporarily. It's not going to work for a long time. It's only going to work while you're doing it, maybe for a minute after. And then they put the broadcast back there if they want to. But it will show you that it disrupts the broadcast. Okay, so for now, We can use that to help ourselves a little bit, okay, until we can figure out how to get our neural monitoring and shut these idiots down, or whatever else has to happen to shut them down. Whatever else has to happen. I feel very strongly that every living thing, every man, woman, and child, we all have a God-given right to defend our lives by any means necessary. Whether the government agrees or whether a religion agrees or anybody can agree or not. If somebody's trying to kill you, then I feel that you have a God-given right to do anything that you must to stop them from hurting you in any way, even if it resorts to brutal force. I feel like it is appropriate. So in this case, hopefully we can figure out something. But right now we have gang stalkers that are sitting at home using a satellite broadcast technology and neural monitoring to know what we're thinking, to see what we see, and to physically torture us in ways that is killing us, period. So it is genocide, it is attempted murder, and that's a fact. So now let me get into this for a second, okay? So the guy, one of the main guys on my channel, they call him Marcus. I've been calling him Mark, or Marcus for the whole time, all the way back to like 2015 when he started talking out loud. And he's a bragger, and he's one of the ones that won't go away and still here. He's been here about 10 years on my channel that I know of, because I know that it's at least started in 2013, and the broadcast torture started before the street theater or the following you around type of stuff and the broadcast telepathy. Okay, so the actual hacking and the broadcast torture started first, all the way back to 2013. And this guy, Marcus, was one of the main players ever since then. So he's been on my channel for a decade, 10 whole years, and he's still here every day. And he's always saying stuff like, I'm going to end up getting kicked off because all I want to do is hurt you, MFer. And he says stuff like that, and he means it. He means it, and he really would love to stay on my channel forever and just torture me forever. And for whatever reason, being on broadcast with a mind control thing on his head and living as broadcast and connecting to people unconsensually gives him this sense of power that he's addicted to, in a way that he doesn't care about physical life or success or family or anything else. He just wants to be on broadcast. And when he's on broadcast, makes him feel good to receive me and to torture me. And maybe he gets on other people's channels. I don't know. But what I know is he's been on my channel every day, all day, for as long as I can remember. Okay, and it's been at least 10 years. So this guy, Marcus, is one of the main guys with the torture that from my channel. He puts his broadcast all in my knees and feet and neck and heart, and he wants to hurt me. Now, in 2017, he brought this guy on with him, this guy with the grumbling voice, and it was like his sidekick. Okay, so now I have four guys full time, and then a couple more that are like weekend guys. But the sidekick guy that came on with Marcus, he's also very abusive. I call him Caboose because he just wants to copy what the other guys do, and he just basically, when he first came on, he was kind of like catching on and new to everything. You could tell he didn't quite understand like everything that happened, like with mind control, or like people, like if I knew what he was thinking, or like when he would receive something that I was thinking, and it would blow his mind more, and you could tell that he was new to it. Okay, but over time he just started to evolve more and more into just like the other guys, even saying their same stupid phrases and everything. So I call him Caboose because he's always following them around. So anyway, the guy Marcus, though, that's his sidekick, and they're very abusive. And there's two other guys that, and all of them are like from the same family. But these guys say that a man named Robert Lackey is the leader of their gang. And they used to try to say it all the time. They'd be like, Viva la Crucial, Viva la Crucial. And they would like represent like they were claiming their gang. Nowadays, they don't say it anymore, and they try to let it die down. And they don't even say Robert Lackey as much as they used to say, but it used to be all of them. Robert Lackey said this, Robert Lackey said that, and Marcus still does it. Okay, but so about Robert Lackey. Robert Lackey is somebody that I met a few times, okay? And all the way from even like 20 years ago. I met him a few times, but I never really knew him that much. But he is definitely a gang stalker that has access to neural monitoring, and he's somehow been part of my neural monitoring since the beginning of being targeted. So he's all the way back to like 14 and 15. He was having involvement, and him and Marcus used to actually broadcast together. Now, I haven't heard anything from Lackey in a long time, and not on my channel, not on my neural monitoring. And I think the last thing I heard from him was a voicemail that he left me, and basically an extortion voicemail saying that that he would stop these guys from torturing me for a price, basically. And I'm going to put that, I got that on video, on recording on the other channel, and I'm going to put that in the description if you want to go watch Robert Lackey say safety for sale and basically try to extort me about neural monitoring and broadcast torture. Okay, so he definitely is involved. I have messages from his little brother all the way back from like 2015 where he was saying, yeah, we got your neural monitoring and there's nothing you could do about it. And, you know, Robert has all these plans for you and all this stuff. So they're definitely involved. Okay, and Marcus is, this guy now that's on my channel, Marcus is close with them. Okay, he's part of that group. I think he's also part of the Matheny group, and he may even be part of the or associated with the subgroup that's like ran by Tony Bruce, this other gang stalker who's been involved with my neural monitoring for a long time. And all of these people are associated with this girl that has my neural monitoring, has many people's neural monitorings, found herself in a position to get neural monitoring and then to use it in exploitative ways to try to systematically destroy people on purpose, intentionally, and use her position in life to get away with it, and as well as a financial position to be able to compensate people who would like to sell somebody's neural monitoring or access to somebody's neural monitoring, because it's like a profile, you know, like a social media or something like that. If somebody says, okay, what do you want for that neural monitoring, you know, so they just transfer it to them. Here's the password, here's where it's hosted at, here's all this stuff, and you know, give me $10,000 or whatever, you know. And so that's where it becomes human trafficking in a sense. And that's where it becomes like slavery in a sense. And they're using this type of stuff in very horrible, malicious ways. Okay, but this guy Marcus has been involved from the beginning with horrible torture, bringing people on with him and like showing them how to do torture. And they're just like a torture crew. They're a crew of people that torture. And a lot of them are from the same families. There's a couple guys that are on my channel. I think they might be father and son, or like brothers with a large age gap. It just really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I promise it is these people. I promise they do have neural monitoring. And if you want to temporarily disrupt their broadcast to get some relief from the pain and try to stop them from trying to kill you, use a bright little flashlight or a laser or something like that and disrupt their broadcast, and you'll feel the difference. You'll feel the difference. So I'm not trying to sell you a Magneto helmet for $800 that ain't going to work. I'm trying to tell you a simple thing you can do from your junk drawer and try it, and it's probably going to help you. Okay, it helps me, and I carry this flashlight. Well, I put the string around it. I literally carry this flashlight around with me every day, all the time. It's rechargeable and all that stuff. If you need some help with any of that, you can hit me up in the. Well, I got comments disabled on this channel and all of my channels except for the main channel, because I don't have the time to go through and moderate all of this all these different channels and stuff. Right now, I'm posting on this channel for like maybe a week or two, or I'm going to try to build this one up so I can really operate off two different channels and maybe take them kind of in different directions slightly. But I have to build this one up. This one's like not quite 1,000 subs yet, and it's not getting, you know, thousands of views like the other channel, but I have to start somewhere. So anyway, try that. Okay. Broadcast torture is horrible. They're attacking me very painful, damaging ways today. And if I got to make 100 videos a week about it, that's what I'll do across however many channels. Doesn't matter to me. I'll do it. I'll do it all day. I'm going to put the link to that other video that I'm talking about in the description of this video. And thanks for watching. Try it.